Hey YouTube, the reason why I'm doing this video is to actually talk about some of the things that I have been observing with young women. You know, I really don't think that it's something that you guys are doing. I really feel like it's something that is being held. A lot of our young women really don't need to date or really don't need a boyfriend or anything. But I feel like we're in such a dumbfounded state that we're being compelled to date guys that are not in our best interest. I can't tell you guys how this compelling situation goes. All I can tell you is in order to stay kind of like out of the trouble that these men bring, it's by not dating. You'll find yourself in some very, very bad situations, and I'm not just talking about with men, I'm talking about with women as well, or whatever your preference is as far as dating. To not do that because there are so many different things that are trying to lure you at this time. You know, we are dealing with people that want to use us as a possession. They want to call themselves demons, and the reason why they're considered demons is because it's something that possesses them. And you're going to find yourself in such a bad situation. I mean, even if you're dating a guy you choose, and I mean, there's a few of them out there that is great guys and stuff like that. Sometimes you will find yourself in that situation with these men because other people are interfering. And when I say other people are interfering, we're dealing with all-out warfare with this like demonic possession thing, because everything that's inferior, and when I say inferior, you know, they're going to try to make it seem like inferior means that they were great. No, inferior means that they're lesser than you. And these inferior things are trying to possess you. So, in order to possess a strong, wise person, they have to use tactics. So they sit up there and they plot using devices. Things that will keep you comatose, things that will keep you from gaining your strength, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your understanding. Things that will keep you from thinking. See, I never really understood that my thought process at times was not my thought process, but rather it was something inferior that was not superior to me, but inferior to me, that were less than me, that was trying to think for me. They weren't thinking on my level. I could have been accomplished certain things, but at the same time I'm dealing with something that's insignificant, that's trying to make itself significant in my life. I'm dealing with an external threat trying to make itself an internal threat. And these external threats use psychology, psychosis, and all kinds of different other things to actually justify the means. I never knew psychology was a load of BS. That's just as real as I can possibly get it to you. When they talk about psychology, psychology is a load of BS. Psychology is manipulation itself of one's human thought. You know, we used to learn humanology, now we're learning demonology. And demonology is the study of human life, and the fact that we're dealing with persuasive people who actually want to manipulate the human mind, body, and soul, and spirit. And these people didn't just come about today, they've been about. So we have to be careful. What's the first thing these people are going to use? They're going to use your love for something. So it may be your love for your mom, your children, your family, and everything. And they're going to try to remove that from you. Okay, you have removed it. Now when you have removed it, what difference did it make on my life? Am I making better decisions, or am I making worse decisions? And that's the question you're going to have to ask yourself when you're doing this. Then on top of it, they want to infiltrate a thought process. So a lot of times it's been programmed into you to have a certain thought process, a certain behavior pattern, a certain thing. Oh, we don't steal, we don't do this, we don't do that, we don't do any of this, but at the same time, we don't do it as a people, but yet still we're having it done to us. So what is your interpretation on that? How do you see that? What is your reaction to that? Are you going to be okay with it, or are you going to do something about it? All these different things were ways that were used to persuade a person to do what another person wants. No, I am not going to be stepped all over. Okay, you come to that realization that you're not going to be stepped on. But how are you going to go about in a godly way of ensuring that you're not stepped on? Okay, I don't have to be around you. What happens when we're in a forceful situation where we have to deal and forcefully coerce with these good-for-nothing people? I know that this is not the norm for us, but it's the reason why we're in that state. It's the reason why they have to blind you to force you to stay around them. Because in any other means, you would never want to be around them. But then we are now dealing with saying, okay, well, hey, this is a kidnapping situation because I never agreed to be blinded to be around you. I never agreed to certain things that you were doing to me. I never agreed to the situation. Why am I in this situation? Oh, well, you might not remember. No, I remember very well because I would never agree to certain situations. I know my personality. I know my behavior patterns. I know how I am. So therefore, I would never sit up here and give myself into certain things. And this is where knowing yourself becomes better. But guess what? The first thing they do, they want to entrap you, especially if you're young. If you're a younger woman, I would never tell you to date at a young age. I would never tell you to enter into a relationship at a young age. And it's going to be a reason why, because some of this stuff is going to backtrack. Some of this stuff isn't going to make sense to you, but it's going to backtrack to a whole bunch of stuff. They're trying to keep certain things around you. I can't tell you that, okay, I want my own place to live and stuff like that. But at the same time, they're trying to keep people around me. They're willing to break into my home. They're willing to break into where I stay at to keep something around me. One time, I cannot tell you, I had my door open, and for real, my only question was this: what the hell was this dude trying to come through my door for? My door was open, it's hot, I don't have any electricity, and the dude actually was trying to walk into my house and get into my house, and the question started coming, well, why are you at my door? Why are you trying to get into my house? You know, and we have these people that don't understand boundaries of another person. So they don't care how they do, and then they want to be called evil. These aren't evil people. Their ways are not of God. And so they keep doing ungodly things, trying to appeal to God or appeal to a godly people as ferocious, and it's not working. You are not considered ferocious outside of God. To us, you just lame. And you don't fit. You know, I don't know how else to say it. It's just, we don't want to be around you. And the more people tell them, look, we don't want to be around you, your ways, you know, we like kind people. We like people that are nice. We like people that we don't have to worry about locking everything up in our house because we're around them. We want to be able to, you know, not have to lock up everything. And these people, when you're around them, you got to lock down everything. I mean, you got to lock down yourself just to survive amongst them. And nobody wants to be around that person. And they have learned that. So guess how they come and start appealing to you? They'll never come and start appealing to you as an evil person. They're always going to come to you and try to appeal to you as someone that's kind, someone that's nice, someone that cares for other people. Because that's the only way they're going to get in. You would never let the devil into your home willingly. But guess what? If you didn't know you had them there, you'll probably let them in there. So of course they do certain things wanting to be nice, so that you can let down your guard and let them into your home, let them around you and stuff like that, because they know you would never want them around you. Be careful with yourself, guard yourself. Remind you, like I said, we're dealing with people that are less than us. They want to be greater than us, so they're willing to do anything for that greatness. I can't tell you, I had a guy, I was working like at a security company. I walked in the first couple of days and they just turned down these people companies. And as I'm sitting up there doing an observation of them just tearing down the people company. You're not active, you're not working, you don't care about doing the job, but at the same time, you're only there to stop the person that will do the job from doing it. You know, and I started seeing this, so I started reporting what was going on, you know, as one would. And the guy said to me, "You're not going to be over me." And at that time, I wasn't seeking a superior position. I'm just seeking a position where, you know, I can survive, you know. I didn't even come there to actually challenge anything. I just came there to clear a paycheck. And then I started to realize that these people don't really believe in working unto God. You know, we work to sit up here and take care of ourselves and to do what we have to do for ourselves. And I notice a lot of people don't understand why we work the way we work. You know, we work hard, we try to do the job the right way and stuff like that, because we was always taught that we're working unto God, not unto ourselves. We're working for God, and we need to leave a certain reputation as people of God with whoever we work for. And it must be a positive representation. Now, what this means is I'm not going to work for an evil person and they're going to have a positive response on me. No. I can honestly tell you, you probably won't. You probably won't, because I will read you. So you probably won't have a good response from me on those situations, because certain things I cannot accept. But working around other people with a good attitude, a good company, or whatever, you're supposed to sit up there and you're supposed to work to expand the company, expand the people that's around you, and to do the best that you can do. A lot of these companies are sinking. They're sinking because other people don't care. And it's the reason why they don't care. And I'm going to be honest with you, because a lot of companies that you'll work for, they have a slave mentality, a slave owner mentality, which means that they care nothing for their employees and stuff like that. And a lot of times when other people get in those companies, all they do is just sit there and ride it out. Because either way they look at it, they're going to be used in a slave-like mentality anyway. So they're like, okay, well look, what am I working for? What am I putting in my best for? And that's something that's wrong with the employer, not the employee. And I'm very much aware of that. I'm very much aware of what's going on in society. We're dealing with companies that's trying to enslave people and have as many people under them as possible, dumbfounded, stupid, and everything else. And then they go home dumbfounded and stupid, and other people begin to prey on them daily because of things that the company did itself. I'm not stupid or naive to it, and I understand why certain things are being put into place and why certain things are going the way they're going, you know. But honestly, we have to really try to safeguard ourselves as much as possible. Remind you, we are still dealing with demonic possession, and these people want to use godly people as demonic possession. They want to use psychology. They want to use technology. They want to use the spiritual wellness, vision compromised people, devices and stuff like that. And you may not have observed these type of behaviors with these people, but they will use something that's supposed to heal you and make you sick as all outdoors, because these people don't care. They are inferior people, not superior. Not higher than you, but inferior people who fear you. And they will do anything. You're not going to tell me something that cannot move and harm you, you harming it. and having no motive to harm it. Just the fact that you're psychologically damaged, mentally and emotionally, that you would destroy someone that's not even harming you, never posed a threat to you, and it has been verbalized to you multiple times, but you consider yourself superior. Does that sound like a superior person? No one's harming them, but this person is in a comatose state where they cannot move to do nothing to you, but you're doing everything to them. A child can harm that person because that person can't move. An elderly person can harm them because that person can't move. That doesn't sound like a superior person. It sounds like an inferior person, a weak person, to me personally, to attack something that cannot defend itself. But a lot of times we're placed in these situations. You guys be careful, be mindful, and stay strong. May God bless you. Have a good one.